Hey folks, it's John with KGTropicals.com, bringing you another episode of my Comment of the Week series where I comb through my social media accounts and select a comment worthy of addressing on video. So let's get right to this week's comment. This week's comment comes from my African cichlid hybrids love 'em or hate 'em video that I did several years ago, and it reads as follows. This is going to be a fun one, folks. John, I have subscribed to you. I have followed all your videos. But you are outright wrong on hybrids, okay? Those blotchy mutts look like ugly goldfish, and we are destroying the breeds, okay? When I was a kid, I used to go to any store, including Walmart, and all their cichlids were so brightly colored, all beautiful. Now, all the cichlids everywhere are gray and ugly. I'm so tired of this, so tired. Because of these hybrids, now all these ugly mutt goldfish-looking hybrids, we can't even find beautiful pure cichlids local anymore. Yes, John, you're right. Maybe one or two might come out looking okay, but the rest are blotchy, ugly, goldfish-looking mutts. This is destroying the hobby. When I was a kid, I had never seen a ugly cichlid. Now, that's all you can get. I'm over this. Grow up, John. I trusted you. I freaking trusted you. And now you're spewing this garbage. Tell the truth. Tell how the hybrids have ripped the color out of all of our beloved cichlids. This is all about you making money on your mutts. You support hybrids because you sell them same price as the full-blooded ones. So of course you're going to support it. Wow, man, wow. I don't think you should kill them. I think you shouldn't have bred them in the first place. You're the idiot. Wow. Wow, man. Wow. This is the reason why I'm doing this series, because of comments like this. Now, I'm not going to go all in. I could. There's a million reasons from this guy's channel. There's a million reasons from this guy's grammar, his inability to spell, and his inability to know when and when not to use the caps button. Or how to spell the word your. I could go in on this guy, but I'm not going to. Because that's not what this is about. I'm not trying to humiliate anybody or embarrass anybody or call people names. First thing that needs to be addressed about this. Does that look like a goldfish to any of y'all? I don't know where that came from. Ugly mutt goldfish looking. I don't know. I'd like to go to the store where you purchase your fish that has fish that look like that labeled as goldfish. Second thing is, I'm not sure where you're shopping, but I don't know anybody that has a hard time finding brightly colored fish. I don't know anybody that shops at Walmart, like you wanted to put in your comment, but, you know, I never knew Walmart to be a place where you could go to get brightly colored fish. But then again, who knows where you live. So, I don't know why it's such a problem for you, but I think if you maybe Google where to find the most colorful cichlids, I think you'll be surprised at how many results that you'll get. Maybe you can't get them at your local store. It's kind of a down industry right now. Maybe your local store doesn't carry them. I don't know. But all you got to do is go back to some of my old shipment videos, and you're going to see a ton of brightly colored cichlids, and they don't look like goldfish. So maybe you could talk to your local store about maybe changing where they buy their fish from. I don't know. If you talk to them as nicely as you do to me, they might want to help you out. I don't know. Okay, so I've had to restrain myself a lot, and this is why you're seeing a lot of cuts in this video. But the next thing that I want to address here is this whole idea. And there's a lot of people out there that believe that this idea is real. This whole idea that hybrids are destroying the hobby. I don't know who started this whole thing. I don't know where this comes from, but it's laughable. Seriously. I mean, I had in my shop 220 tanks that had fish in them. And I had 2 tanks that had hybrids. OB peacocks, OB zebras. Okay? Those were fish that we couldn't keep in the tanks because people bought them so much. Those were the only 2 fish that we kept in as hybrids. Okay? Now, I don't know how that's destroying the hobby. I purchased those fish intentionally from my farms as OBs. I purchased them specifically because they were obese and because I knew that they sold very well. So I'm not sure where that destroys things. This is something that it's baffled me for the longest time. Let's face it, all of us, we're all just weirdos that keep fish in glass boxes in our basements, okay? Or in our living rooms. I don't know how you believe that something you do or something that your friend does is somehow going to destroy a global hobby. We're not that big, okay? So I don't know where this idea comes from that these fish are destroying the hobby. If this was happening, running rampant in the wild, which hybrids do happen in the wild, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But if it was happening like all of a sudden, it was just a free-for-all in the lakes and in the rivers, and all of these fish were mixing together, that would be destroying the hobby. But hobbyists that are experimenting with putting together a gold severum and a red devil and they make blood parrots, that's not destroying the hobby. If anything, that's making the hobby better because it introduces new fish that somebody, maybe not you, but somebody might fall in love with. I have one right back there. So the idea that this is destroying the hobby is literally laughable. So the hybrid cichlids debate is very similar to the Apple versus Windows debate. It's a debate that cannot be won. Why? Because it has to do with what you like. It has to do with your opinions. I happen to like hybrid cichlids. You don't? That doesn't mean I'm wrong and you're right, or vice versa. All it means is I like something that you don't. I like the Redskins. What football team do you like? I bet you it's somebody different than the Redskins. If not, we're involved in the same yearly pain. But you get what I'm saying. What works for me may not work for you. If I happen to like Apple products and you happen to like Windows products, there's nothing wrong with that. And it's the same thing when it comes to these fish. If I like hybrids and you don't, so what? Why does there have to be a winner? To think that it's destroying the hobby is a joke. Get over yourself. It's not destroying the hobby. And let's all just enjoy the fish that we have. Let's like what we like, and who cares what other people say. So I could have gone a lot farther with that video. There's all kinds of places that I could have gone, but I don't want to go too crazy here. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you want to see the video that this comment came from, you can click on the link right up there. It'll take you right to it. And if you missed last week's episode of Comment of the Week, you can click right here and it'll take you to that video. Thank you so much for watching this, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.